So today's pie is from the Proserpine Bakery, or they call it the Prossy Bakery. So we're showing up at 11 o'clock. There is a sign that says we're closing at 12 today. Hope you understand, but there's no steak and mushroom pies left. So I've got a steak, cheese and bacon. And Sarah did manage to get a pepper steak. So let's have a munch. We've got the square pie. Well, you can see how the edges well join the top and the bottom are there. Firm on the bottom. You can see a bit of the cheese on top, telling me that's the cheesy one. So let's have a munch. Halfway through my pie, it's flaky. Now I'm pretty sure I ordered the steak, cheese and bacon, a lot of mince, a few bits of steak, little tiny bits, a couple of little bits of bacon in there, which you can taste as you go through. Not really getting the cheese flavour yet. Is firm, is holding together. Let's finish her off. Just across the road from the pie shop is a pretty little park. It's got tables and chairs and shelters. There's actually a barbecue if you needed that, and since you bought a pie, I'm not sure. Little playground for the kids. Nice little building up through there. I'm not sure if there's toilets in there or not, but yeah, pretty little park. Nice place to come and have your pie. Finish the pie. All right, base was quite firm, held together quite nicely. Not a real crunch to it or anything, but it wasn't soft either. Top was nice enough, relatively flaky, not too flaky. Held together despite it not actually being joined at the beginning. The gravy in the pie was nice, thick, rich gravy. Maybe a little bit of a hint of the pepper, there was some spice in there. But I have to say, in terms of being a steak, bacon and cheese, somewhat disappointed. I thought I ordered steak, so I would expect to see a lot of steak. There were little bits in there, but that was it, little bits. There were little bits of bacon, and there were little bits of a cheese flavour every now and then, but it was hardly consistent throughout the entire pie, that's for sure. I think my words to Sarah was, that was an underwhelming pie. Look, and I'm quite surprised, because when we drove in, the place was absolutely chock-a-block, and trying to find a park around here to get to the pie place is also quite difficult. Especially if you don't have a van, it's very difficult. So I must admit, I probably had higher expectations, but lack of main ingredients as advertised, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5.
So I think they've turned the oven off way too soon, given that they are closing, because my pie was lukewarm at best.
So was mine, I forgot to mention that.
The pastry was very thick, so if you're into that kind of thing, good. I'm not. It was a pepper steak. It was advertised as a pepper steak pie. It was also clearly said by the young lady behind the counter, we have a pepper steak pie. So I was expecting the steak, and it was just full of mince. Hint of pepper, just a hint, however. But all in all, the gravy was nice and thick, so hence the reason I'm going to give this a 2.